If you're interested in the goals that I set for 2021, if you're interested in how I set my goals, if you're interested in why I set my goals, stick around. What's up, guys? My name is Dr. Safo Asante. I'm the Successful IMG, successful because I match, and I'm here so that you can as well. It's 2021, guys. It's a new year, new me is what everybody says. Whatever. All jokes aside, goals are targets that you want to hit. In life, there's so many different things that can be done. If you don't have a goal, you can be achieving a whole bunch of other different things, but you might not achieve the things that will make you happy, the things that will advance your career, the things that will do things for you. You might end up doing things that do things for other people, or you might end up doing things which do not lead to anything in particular. So when you set a goal, it gives you direction. You have a bow and arrow, okay? And your goal is a target in front of you, okay? Now, in life, like I said, there are numerous things that can be achieved. So there are multiple targets. There's a target in front of you, there's a target to your right, there's a target to your left. Now, if you take a bow and arrow, you shoot the arrow and you point the arrow downward and you let go. Boom. You're gonna hit the ground, but you're not gonna hit any target, which is synonymous to not having a goal and ending up just doing something, but you're not achieving anything, right? It's the same as just taking the arrow and shooting it straight up. You're doing something, but you're not achieving anything. Now, let's say you shoot the arrow to the left, right? You might hit the target. Or if you don't pull it far enough, you might get in the general direction of the target, right? The same for the front. If you do the same thing, you might hit the target and you might go in the general direction of the target. And the same for the right. You might hit the target and you might go in the general direction of the target. Now, out of these three targets, and I'm just being general, just trying to give you some general idea. This is a general description, it's not specific. Out of these three targets, the only thing that would advance your life, or the only thing that will make you happy is the target in front of you. Now, if you don't set goals for yourself, you could end up doing other things that, for instance, might help you achieve other things, which are not things that will benefit you in any way. So let's say if you shoot the arrow to the right, to the left, which are targets, but they are not your goals, you might achieve those things, or at least get close to those things, but you don't achieve the goal which you want, which is in front of you. You might not hit the target which is in front of you. So, the purpose of goal setting, at least for me, is to allow you to be able to do things for yourself. Things that make you happy, things that advance your career, things that advance your life, things that advance whatever it is that you want. It doesn't matter what it is, but it brings you into equation. And also, in addition to that, it makes sure that you either achieve the thing or you come close to achieving the thing. And that's the reason why I set goals. Now, there have been times where I set goals and the goal setting wasn't effective. And there have been times where I didn't set goals. When I set goals and the goals setting wasn't effective, I did not achieve the optimal results that I could have achieved. Take all my steps scores, for instance. I knew that I wanted to pass. I knew that I wanted to do as well as I could, do the best that I could. But that's not a clear goal, right? That's different from saying that you want to achieve a 250, 260, right? Already just saying that I want to achieve a 250, 260, like I felt this pressure on me already, right? And that changes, just saying that saying a specific goal, very clear specific goal, changes the way you view things, and you know that you have to achieve this, so you need to do the things that you need to do to allow you to achieve that. So for the steps, for instance, I studied a certain way, okay, and then I ended up getting 225 at least for my step one. All right. Now, if I'd said I wanted to get a 250, I would have changed some things. You might be saying, okay, so you have this knowledge, blah, 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 and you would have hit this anyway. But if I knew that I wanted, 250 was what I wanted to hit, and I was getting a 220, 225, 230 in my steps, my NBMEs, and my U-World, which is what the scores I was getting, I would have said, no, this is not enough, and I would not have taken my exam at that point. I would have spoken to somebody else who would have given me advice on how to increase my score. I would have researched online, gone into online forums, try to find out what else I could do. I might have done U-World a second time, completely, and then maybe a third time, and done the NBMEs again and again. This would have made it more likely for me to achieve a 250. So I'd have brought a little bit more intensity to it. So me getting a 225 was because I did not set a clear goal to get a 250. I did not set a clear or specific goal. Last year specifically, I set goals for 2016, 2017, 2018, and 2019. 2020, I didn't set any goals for myself. Usually, I would set a goal number of books for myself to read. I would either read, I would say I should read 4 books, 6 books, 12 books, and so on. And I would try to achieve that. Sometimes I would achieve that, sometimes I would not. Okay? 2020, did I read any books to completion? No, I read 0 books. All those other years, I either read 4, 5, 6, but I read some books and I completed some books. Sometimes I read more. I might have read 6, listened to about 4 or 5 audiobooks. So I would have completed about maybe 10 books or so sometimes. But 2020, I didn't do anything. So that's the reason why I set goals. I set goals so that, one, I can do stuff for myself, that would make me happy and that would help me achieve what I want to do and do things that I want to do, in addition to all the different things that the world requires you to do. There's so much in the world to do that if you don't have it, you don't spell out exactly what is it that you want to do, or what is it that would help you achieve something for yourself, you could end up forgetting yourself and all the chaos that's going on. And that's why you should set goals. How do I set my goals? I used to just initially set goals for the whole year. Okay? My family and I would meet up at the end of the year, New Year's Eve, and then we would talk about our goals for the rest for the year, for the next year. And what I noticed was that I would not do anything, or at least do anything that year. Maybe in the later way down the line, I would do what it is that I plan to do at that point. But because I set the goal yearly, I didn't achieve it that year. Okay, so for me, setting goals yearly was not good enough. I read somewhere that you should not set yearly goals, but you should set continuous goals. So I started setting goals like every 6 months or so. And I noticed that when I would set goals every 6 months, I was more likely to achieve my goals because I know it's every 6 months. I had to keep looking at my goals to see whether I've achieved it. But if for instance, like I used to set goals if it was a yearly goal, I will not even, sometimes you're not even bothered to look at it right then because you got so much time to achieve what it is that you need to achieve, or you think you have so much time. So you would not even think about checking any of your goals. But when you set short-term goals, you know that, oh, it's about to be time. I need to get on this. Like, or there's not enough time. I need to get on this. So like you're more likely to achieve your goals. At least that's what I felt. So what are my goals for 2021? As you guys know, I have this YouTube channel. You're watching the videos. Some of you have worked with me on my specific business that I set up kind of in conjunction with my YouTube channel, but not really. It's kind of separate, where I help people get into residency by coaching them, by helping them with interview prep, by helping them with their personal statements. So I got my YouTube, I got my business, and then also I also have personal financial goals and so on. I'm going to share with you some of the things that I feel comfortable sharing with you, and the rest of my goals I'm not sharing. For my YouTube, I was able to get 330 subscribers in about 6 months. Awesome. Now, in the next 6 months, I want to get 1,000 subscribers. And then for my business, I want to create a website. I've been thinking about creating a website, and I never really got around to doing it. I was thinking about all these obstacles that were in my way. I want to create a website that will showcase what I do and help people find me a little bit easier and help me gain a little bit more business. So the goal is to set up a website in 6 months. So that's pretty straightforward. Now, my financial goals, on the other hand, are a little bit tougher. I want to be able to purchase 2 investment properties in 6 months. The reason why it's tough is you need down payment. All right. I just got a residency. I don't really have that much saved to put into investment properties. But by setting this specific goal of 2 properties, it will force me to get very creative. I might hit 2 properties. I might just hit 1 property. But at least by setting a specific goal of getting 2 properties, I will push myself in that direction and push myself to put in concerted effort so that I will achieve something. So those are my goals. Now, how do I set my goals? I set my goals by anyway, guys, it's been a pleasure. These are my goals for 2021. My YouTube goals, my business goals, and my financial goals, at least the things that I'm willing to share with you. There is one more goal. I forgot to mention that earlier. So this is like a personal goal. So where I work, there are a lot of Spanish speakers, and I've noticed that I need translation a lot of times. And I've been improving my Spanish, which I taught myself before. I used Rosetta Stone for like 6 months or so. I picked up a couple of words, and I would just like use one word like the law, cabeza, and kind of use that to translate what I needed to. And if I needed to get a translator, I would get a translator to help me, which is what happened most of the time, because it usually was not enough to get the full point across. So I want to become more conversational in Spanish this time around. So I have Rosetta Stone already. I'm going to try to use that. And I also downloaded Duolingo. I'm going to use Rosetta Stone and Duolingo on a consistent basis, on a daily basis. And the plan for me is to use Rosetta Stone, Duolingo, either one of them on a daily basis if I'm able to do that, I would have achieved one goal. The second one would be to be conversational. And hopefully by doing the daily Rosetta Stone and or Duolingo, I will be able to get to my goal of speaking conversational Spanish. I will be able to get to my goal of being conversational in Spanish. Anyway, guys, those are my goals for 2021. I hope you found them interesting. If you have some goals that you feel that you want to share with me, you can list them down below. If you have any questions specifically about what I spoke about in this video, any questions specifically about anything else to do with your medical school journey, your residency journey, your high school journey, whatever it is, just shoot me an email. My email is going to be down below. Check me out on Instagram. My Instagram is going to be in the details down below as well. And as always, like, comment, subscribe. This will help me a lot. Okay? But anyway, that's it. Dr. Safo Asante out. What's going on? Alright, so what's this? What are we doing?